What's the biggest tip that you have ever received as an employee? Working at Grind Coffee downtown was soul-crushing. My boss, Jake, was a control freak who watched every move through security cameras. The pay was $8.50 an hour. Customers were always impatient during morning rush, and my hands were constantly burned from the steam wand. But I actually loved making those perfect foam hearts and lattes and memorizing everyone's usual orders. This one Tuesday morning in December around 7:30, this guy walks in wearing a dirty construction vest and work boots covered in mud. His hair was messy like he hadn't slept in days, and his hands were shaking as he approached the counter. He ordered a large black coffee, no sugar, but kept fumbling around in his pockets, looking for his wallet. Sorry, he kept saying, checking every pocket twice. My wife just went into labor 3 hours ago, and I've been at the hospital all night. I haven't even eaten since yesterday afternoon, but I need the caffeine to stay awake. His voice was cracking a little, and I could see he was about to break down. He finally found his credit card, but when he went to pay, it got declined. He tried it 3 more times, getting more embarrassed each time. Other customers were starting to get impatient behind him, tapping their feet and checking their phones. The bank probably froze it because of weird activity, he said, his face turning red. I've been buying hospital food and parking passes all night. This is so embarrassing. Without thinking, I grabbed a blueberry muffin from the display case and poured his coffee in our largest size cup. It's on me, I told him, sliding both across the counter. Go be with your wife. Don't worry about any of this. His eyes immediately filled with tears. Are you sure? I can come back later and pay. Just go, I said. Congratulations on your baby. He grabbed the coffee and muffin, said thank you about 5 times, and practically ran out the door. Jake later yelled at me for giving away free food, saying it would come out of my paycheck, but I didn't care. The guy looked like he needed help. 1 week later, same time in the morning, the construction guy walks back in. This time, he's wearing clean clothes and pushing a stroller with his tiny baby inside. He's smiling ear to ear, completely different from the stressed mess I met before. Hey, you probably don't remember me, but black coffee, no sugar, I interrupted, grinning. How's the baby? Perfect. Healthy. 10 fingers, 10 toes. He reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a white envelope. This is for you for helping me that day when I was falling apart. I thought maybe it was a thank you card or something, so I stuck in my apron pocket to read later. He bought his coffee, left a $20 tip, and walked out waving goodbye. During my break, I opened the envelope expecting a nice note. Inside was a folded piece of paper wrapped around what looked like a check. I unfolded it and almost dropped it on the floor. It was a cashier's check for $100,000. I stared at it for like 5 minutes thinking it was fake or some kind of joke. The note said, "Everyone wants something from me now that business is good. You were the only person who gave without asking. Use this to chase your dreams. David Kowalski." I ran to the bank during lunch, convinced they would laugh at me and say it was fake. The teller looked at it, scanned it, made a phone call, and then looked at me like I had won the lottery. "This is real," she said. "Do you want to deposit it?" My hands were literally shaking as I deposited the money. I couldn't stop thinking about it for the rest of my shift. When I got home, I looked up David Kowalski online. Turns out he owns Kowalski Construction, one of the biggest companies in the state. The week his baby was born, his company had just landed a massive government contract to build part of the new highway system. The deal was worth $28 million. I quit Grind Coffee the next day. Jake was furious and accused me of stealing money somehow, but I didn't care. I used the money to pay off my mom's medical debt from her cancer treatment, which was $60,000. With the rest, I opened my own little cafe across town called Karma Coffee.